What's going on, my beautiful people? Big homie coming back again, man. Back again. Listen, so I got a funny, I guess you can call it a funny subject that I wanted to jump on about, right? I'm just leaving the gym, just leaving the wire, right? Nice light workout, nothing crazy at all, just as long as you get it, right? That's the thing that really matters. Like, getting it itself is what matters, right? And being able to motivate yourself, right? But what I was really here, that's another thing, because I always have like a million things going through my mind. I love myself, I love my mind, because I'm grateful for it, right? Like, to be curious, right? And to know that I always have something working and moving and movement, sparks, going off in my mind, right? So anyway, make a long story short, what this video is about is the variety in tech, right? And how people don't really see it. Like, as consumers, we kind of sort of don't really see it as variety. Like, we've even taken on like rivalry, right? I apologize, guys. I just came out of the gym, so I'm just trying to comb my beard a little. I need to get my truck washed. But yeah, we take it, and prime example, right? I'm at work talking to some of my colleagues at work, right? Along with my manager, some other managers, directors. Good people, right? Good people, man. You would never once think about what phone they're carrying, or perhaps like how biased they might be towards another manufacturer, of a different phone model, right? So make a long story short, we're sitting there, we're talking, and someone noticed, because I know it stands out. I don't do it to get anybody's attention, and most of the time, like when I'm wearing long sleeves, which is not often, because I like to be cool, and I'm one of those people. I got my thermostat. I'm usually always hot, which is why I can't stand summertime at all. I'd rather be cold and get myself warmed up versus being hot all the time. But anyway, that's besides the point. What I was saying was what we were discussing, what we were talking about, and basically, got my Gear S, my Watch 4 right here, waiting on my 6 whenever it ships. Samsung, holla at your boy. But in my Apple Watch Ultra, which I love, right? And this is the first Ultra, love it. I just canceled. Anybody thinking about getting an MI line, I'm going to tell you firsthand, don't. It's a waste of time. Unless well, it never worked for me, so I'm just going to say yes, it's a complete waste of time. You try to make phone calls and stuff like that, it fails. It just doesn't work properly anyway. So you're better off, if your watch has GPS and you don't take it, download some books and music to your phone, to your watch anyway. That way you don't have to take your phone anyway, right? I always take my phone anyway, so it doesn't matter. It never really, benefited me to have the MI lines, the mobile internet lines. So I canceled them. Anyway, besides the point, I keep getting sidetracked. I'm sorry, guys. So, variety of tech. And what I meant, I'm wearing an Android watch, Android Wear watch, and a Apple wearable watch, Apple Watch. And I got 3 phones laying on the table. Right now, my daily drivers, right? Because I'm a project manager, but I love my job. So we're always on call. Like, somebody can call you pretty much anytime, just for some help, looking for some help or whatever, or an update on a particular project. I love it, right? Anyway, so I had my 3 phones laying on, shout out to Floss. He said 2 phones, McGillicuddy. I'm gonna say 3 phones, big homie. So I'm 3 phones, big homie, right? I got my work phone, which is a iPhone SE. Does the job for me. It's a nice break in between, going back and forth to the big phone and the S24 Ultra, which I love. And the sweet spot out of all of the three phones that I have, I gotta say, is the Pixel Fold. And when it's folded, that's when I use it the most. But it's getting better. It's getting better at the unfolded capabilities, right? But I say this to say, the moment I started talking about, because everybody said, whoa, what's going on, Mike? Why are you, what are you doing? Why do you have two watches? What are you doing with all these phones? They have lines. And I'm like, well, for one, I love technology. Two, I love fitness. And I'm constantly amazed at what these devices are capable of doing now. So, long story short, a few of them I could see that they were blown away. Like, they had no idea that I was a content creator, for one. And for two, people just want their stuff to work. Like, and I wasn't bashing, right? Like, it's all about variety, you know. One thing you can definitely say, even with Apple now, you want a small iPhone, you want a medium iPhone, you want the big iPhone, you want a pro iPhone. I mean, Apple's giving you variety, so you really can't complain anymore, right? So if you're in love and you're in there and you love the, app screens, the, bunch of screens full of apps and maybe a few widgets, that's dope. Don't get me wrong, they come a long way. I like the direction that Apple is headed in. But what I don't like, right, is that how people will bash a different option in tech, a different device or ecosystem or operating system, and don't even know shit about it, right? Just immediately a green bubble or a blue bubble, something like that, or the fact that you can get an Android phone that's extremely easy and as simple as a iPhone, a Pixel, as so many others, OnePlus, Nothing Phone, any of them, all these guys who I'm saying. Also, side note, holla at me, please. I would love to work with you guys. I would love to do some sponsored content. But yeah, so besides those things, right, you actually don't really, like, what are you, why would you bash another company? Look at all of the options. Like, not only in the size area can Android blow your mind, but they can blow your mind in the options. You can get phones that have IR blasters that you can use as remote controls anywhere. This is one message that Floss brings up, and this is why he's one of my favorite content creators and just entrepreneurs, period, right? Like, I can say this as a grown man, and as a father, just the way that he has his own opinion. Like, you have to be able to be you, undeniably, just unmistakably you, and create your content. Like, don't try to be, you might put out a video, that goes and does, 1,000 views in a couple of days or something. Then you might put out a video that gets not even 100 views in a couple of years. It is what it is, man. I don't even believe it's an algorithm. I really don't. Like, do algorithms exist? Yeah, of course. I just think that, enough people don't know you or know about you to click on your content. I really don't think it has anything to do with algorithm. So it's a beautiful thing to have this variety in tech, and I appreciate it. I love it. I just want to know, like, what is your opinion? Like, I switched recently from the iPhone 15 Pro, and that was my first time actually going with, actually, no, I'm lying. I had the 10 And I didn't have the first iPhone, but I had the second, which was the 3G, I believe. And that was so boring, I went back to Android super fast. But again, when I say boring, I'm not saying boring trying to bash. I'm saying it like as far as like it works. Everything works, right? But then some of it doesn't. So Apple fans never say anything about the things that don't work. One thing that's a complete nightmare, some of these services you have to take away or just figure out the bugs, right? Because Android phones have some bugs as well. One thing people don't talk about, two things. I'm gonna say two things, and this is 10 minutes. I gotta get off. It's almost 11 minutes. Two things with iPhone nobody talks about. AirDrop is just a complete piece of trash. It hardly ever works, right? And when you're trying to transfer data, when you're trying to get out of the ecosystem, I just did a short about this. When you're trying to get out of the ecosystem, you can forget about it. It's not going to be simple. You can get out. I had to do multiple things, use different connectors and OTG connectors and all kinds of stuff in order to make them happy, make the iPhone Type-C port, which is weird, super weird. I don't even know, they didn't do it right. They should have just, instead of them trying to do something fancy with the Type-C port, what Apple should have done was just instead of trying to do everything, make it Apple, put an Apple spin on it. What they should have done was just, the tech is out there already. Why would you try to do something, use some old tech, or just, try to make up your own, and it's trash. Because I had bad experiences with it, even though I mainly charge wirelessly. But I still enjoyed the size of the phone. Battery was great, screen was amazing, camera was amazing. So there was a lot to enjoy. There was a lot to like. But anyway, variety in tech, guys. How do you feel about having so many options, right? iPad, Galaxy Tab, OnePlus, Tab, all this stuff. I love the variety. Let me take that back. What do you guys think? It's your boy Big Homie Fit Tech. Don't forget, if you like the content, go ahead, hit that subscribe button while you're here. I greatly appreciate you. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I upload new content. It's always positive. It's always love, guys. Let's learn. Let's grow together. You already know what it is. Peace, love, blessings to the Most High. Catch you guys in the next one.